Hey guys, so for your Monday strength session, we're going to work through one strength movement followed by a superset of 3 movements that are specifically for hip strength. Your first movement is an overhead lunge to a single leg balance, which I'll go through in a second. I've got a couple of variations for that. You're going to work 3 times 10 per side, and we've got some tempo associated with that as well. So 3 seconds on the lowering phase of the lunge, quick on the way up, and then you're going to hold the balance for 2 seconds. We've then got a hip strength superset, so 3 rounds of a side lunge or Cossack squat. Again, I've got some nice variations of that if you want. So 10 per side for that. We're then into single leg bridges, so a box bridge specifically, again 10 per side, and you can add load to that if you want to, followed by 10 pistol pops or leg pops per leg. So I've got 3 variations of the pistol pops or the leg pops. I'll make sure I go through those, and if anyone's got any questions, feel free to message me, but otherwise get your scores, get your variations logged on SugarWOD, and good luck. Variation 1 is a bodyweight movement, so 3 seconds on the way down into a single leg balance for 2 seconds. Keep the arms up overhead, 3 seconds on the way down, 2 seconds in a balance movement. If you find that relatively easy, you're going to pick up a dumbbell or a weight, go opposite arm, opposite leg. Again, take the leg back, stabilise for 3 seconds, and then come through and hold the leg for 2 seconds. And do your set per side and then change over. Your next movement, we've got our side lunge or Cossack squat. So variation 1 is down to a chair. So if you struggle with mobility, that's a good option. You can obviously load this with holding the weight in a bow tie position. Your next option is to take the chair away. So if you just want a bit of a marker, a chair is fine. But obviously we can do this in a more of a Cossack squat position. And again, that can be loaded or unloaded, depending on what your level is. Just make sure on that movement, you're not letting that knee drop in, so the knee should be tracking over the foot. Our next movement is our box bridge. So variation 1 is just to do a double leg bridge, making sure you keep the back flat as you're getting to the top. You can take the arms up if you want to make it more difficult, avoid arching the back, or of course you can go for a single leg variation, which will make it a lot harder, and you can place a weight on the hips if you want to load that as well. Next we're into our leg pops, so set the hips first, go into a hollow position of the pelvis. You can do this going down to a chair if you find it easier, but make sure you're not sitting on the chair, so get your balance. And then you need to squeeze that leg up towards the chest. So that's variation 1 for your leg pops. Variation 2, I'm going to use a dumbbell here just to elevate my heel. Any object should be fine. The more elevated your heel, the easier you'll find this. Sit down into that bottom position. And again, just squeeze that leg up or squeeze the thigh up towards the chest. If you have the mobility and the strength, you can do this with your foot elevated. I don't have the mobility or strength for this at the minute, and then go for your leg pops that way. And then of course, if you find any of those variations difficult, you can just do a floor leg pop, making sure your chest is over towards the knees and not behind you.